You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. And back in the studio, Lisa Waters Lain comes in each week and just shares her garden tips just from a different angle. I think there's value. You get to 10 gardeners in a room. You're bound to get about 12 or 15 different opinions or ways to do things. And so I think there's value. That's part of the reason that gardening is so social. So it's a group effort. It's not something you do on your own. It's something you research. And at any age, no matter how much experience, you never stop learning gardening, which is what I love about it. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
So what do you got for us this week? What's going on in your garden?
Well, so we've had a very nice, pleasant winter so far. So we have some windows that face out front in our yard. And I was looking out the windows the other day and there were just, I don't know, at least maybe dozen or more little finches, little birds out there in the front yard. And they were just as busy as could be and happy as could be. And then later that day, I was looking because we have a little fountain there. So look over in the fountain, which is running because it's underground. We keep it running through the winter. And there were some birds in there just kind of bathing in there.
Fun.
And it was just, I was thinking about, we always think about birds maybe in the summer. Everybody thinks of the hummingbirds and attracting them. But it is just so nice to have a yard where nature, where wildlife, where birds want to come in and hang out because they are fun to watch.
Yeah, especially in the winter when there's not a
Not
lot
else.
I mean, the plants are growing,
but
it's really painful to watch them grow so slow. Birds. And the great thing too is there's two sets of birds out there. There's summer birds, like you mentioned, the hummingbirds. That's when the butterflies are out and things are going. And then there's your winter birds. They fly south. They like to spend time up, way up in Canada or higher elevations. They come down to here because this is their summer vacation spot or their winter home, and they like it. So it's a whole different set or kinds of birds. So that's what's so exciting.
Plus, I think you just see them more because you got to, the leaves aren't on the trees and you're just seeing them out there more, being more active. So we have a lot of birds in our yard, but we never put out a bird feeder.
Think of how bad it would be if we did. There would be hundreds.
And not that it's bad. I mean, if people want to put out feeders, more power to you, not knocking that at all. But you can also attract birds in we've never put up a hummingbird feeder. We've never put up a bird feeder, but we have a ton of birds in our yards because we've created a landscape that is friendly to them. So, birds want a few things. I mean, first of all, they want water. So you can't have a water source, even if it's a plastic saucer or put a bird bath out, but put a heater in it for the winter. You don't want it to freeze. But giving them a water source is hugely important. The second thing they want is food, and they also want cover. So cover is, you got to have some tall trees in your yard. You got to have some shrubs. You got to have some ground cover, low growing things, because they want to feel safe in your yard. So if you've got nothing in your yard but a bird feeder hanging there, they're not going to feel very safe because they don't have that cover that they need. And there's some birds that, they spend a lot of time up in the treetops. They don't really go to the ground too much. And then you got those birds like quail that pretty much hang out on the ground, and they like that ground cover where they can retreat and hide if they need to. So those things are very important. So you can put a landscape in that gives them cover, but also gives them a food source. So there's a lot of plants we can put in that provide berries and wildflowers that give seeds and that kind of thing. So I thought I would kind of talk about those plants.
I like it. No, that's perfect. So we've got water in the backyard and the front yard. We've got a full-on pond in the back. And I noticed the bigger birds like it back there. They want to jump up on the rocks and go on the waterfalls and kind of be over here. Get kind of, and they're towards evening. They're like hydrating before before the evening comes. The front yard is more of it's a tall piece of granite, polished, water's bubbling up the top. It's not as aggressive.
Right.
And the smaller birds, and the robins, I'd say not all small birds, but the smaller birds in general like the front front one. Not that they won't go in the back, but they just would prefer the front one. And we've adjusted them so they run during the day,
Right.
so they don't freeze. So everything's running during the day when the birds are out. So it's like 11 to 4. We're running
Mhm.
the water features,
Right.
pond and the fountains
We've
for the
even
birds.
we've had a crane in the back
Blue,
pond.
blue heron.
Blue
We've seen eagles
heron.
flying over.
Yeah.
Ducks have been in the back
That's true. We had
pond.
a ducks a couple years ago.
It's
It's
crazy.
kind of fun. The doves go out there and use a
Yeah.
lot. So the back one, you're right. It's definitely the big birds. The front one, especially in the summer, the hummingbirds love to hang
Yeah,
out.
they
take
just will
baths in
grab
there.
onto the fountain and just kind of hang there with the water going over and just kind of take a
Yeah.
rest and take a sip. And
Mhm.
it's kind of weird to watch,
Yeah,
but it's
it's fun to
interesting.
watch.
Yeah.
So in your yards, if you're looking for tall canopy trees, some that do really well here, your maples,
Oh, yeah.
your pines, your spruce, aspen, sycamore, all of those are going to do really well in your yard. Beautiful trees, but they give you that tall canopy plant that they
That's
need.
where they're going to roost too.
Mhm.
They're going to be up there. The hummingbirds, we see them all the time in the mimosas,
Yeah.
maples. They're up there roosting. You see little
Mhm.
tiny
Little
nests in there.
It's
So
really
yeah.
cute. Yeah. And our big juniper too. We have big
Oh, yeah.
native juniper
I
back
love
there.
that big, thick. They like the
Mhm.
thickness.
Right.
And you'll see an entire flock of birds in this one tree going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's such a party. We're all here. It's so exciting.
Yeah. So definitely need those tall plants in your yard. You also need some medium canopy plants. Ones that I thought of are barberry, caryoptis, butterfly bush, things that actually produce a berry. So
Yeah.
cotoneaster,
Lilac.
pyracantha,
Yeah.
lilac,
Yeah.
just things that they're can get into to kind of hide. And if you can give them a food source at the same time, it's even better.
Pyracantha.
I said
Bleach.
pyracantha.
Oh, you did. Sorry, I missed it. I was trying to help you think of others. We got 2 acres of garden centers and nothing but plants that are medium sized. We
I
can
have
help you
to
with
say
that.
my favorite class of plants for this would be your cotoneasters, because
Yeah.
there's some tall ones that get about 6 foot. Gray leaf gets about 4 foot. There's some low growing ground cover ones.
Yeah.
So they kind of, and they're animal resistant as far as deer and bunnies and that kind of thing. But they also give a really nice berry, which is really pretty. So those are good. Oregon grape holly
Oh, good
would
choice.
be
That's a
another one
native,
I thought
sure,
of.
natural one.
Yeah. Sand cherry, serviceberry, sumacs, another good one. So if you've got native scrub oak, I think I would kind of
Oh, yeah.
put in there too,
I
because
would.
that's a great native, doesn't take anything really to take care of it.
Yeah.
And the birds love it. So you don't have to clear everything off your property. You can leave some of that native stuff in there and make the birds happy as well. Then your low growing plants. So we have Salvia gregii, we have Gaillardia, dianthus,
Russian sage.
Russian sage
Yeah.
is another really good
The
one.
dwarf lilacs. So the repeat blooming bloomerangs.
Mhm.
Got those. Yuccas. There's a bunch.
Oh, there is. And so even in the summertime, you can do a lot of annuals.
Oh,
Your
sure.
zinnias, things like that the
They
birds
would
love to
love
come
that.
in. So in like this time of year, so back at your office, you had a bunch of wildflowers growing, but we cut them down, but we left kind of the seed there.
Yeah.
So that gives the birds something to eat. Your grasses are excellent
yeah.
for those winter birds because they're eating the seed heads. So you can put a lot of things in to kind of naturally encourage those birds into your yard.
Did you notice in the backyard last week we had a pair? There's 2 roadrunners working the wildflowers back
Oh,
here. They
really?
must be eating, I don't know, seed or
Oh, wow.
grub, something. They're out there. Something's back there for them.
Oh,
They're
good.
loving it. They're just camped out. They're up on the fence. They're looking at the corral.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to watch them tag team.
I didn't
Yeah.
see them. I'll
Yeah.
have to keep my eyes out for them.
Yeah.
But it is fun to watch all the little birds come in and kind of just make their home
Your home.
your home,
Make
their
your home
home.
their home. Yeah, that's right. It's pretty easy.
Right. So I think the main thing is, and I'll get in my soapbox again because it drives me bonkers. And I get it. People move here, they retire, they want more of a low maintenance yard. But if you have nothing but rock and a one tree in your yard,
And a boulder.
Gotta have the boulder. You're really not encouraging nature. You're not, and you're missing out because you're not encouraging that. You're missing one of the more beautiful things in life, which is watching nature.
nature. We are surrounded. We're on the flight path. So we are on the migratory pattern. So Lisa, thank you. How to attract more birds. We've got this handout at the garden center. You want it. It's like 3 pages of just plant recommendations, what Lisa just summarized. Come in. It's free. Love to chat with you about how to do that. Getting more birds in
My
your
living room feels so empty.
Now that the Christmas tree is gone, the house just seems so blah.
Brighten it up with a big, bold, beautiful plant from Waters Garden Center.
Fill that cavernous space with tall tropicals, colossal cactus, and sizable succulents that bring the great outdoors indoors.
Make a gorgeous green space you can enjoy all year, not just for a season.
Unique, exclusive, one-of-a-kind houseplants found only at Waters Garden Center in Prescott. For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.